Hello,
Hi.
we are live, large and in charge. This is a special edition of Live with Bottleneck, a week in review with Jaime and
Sara.
And we're going to get kicking off here on this Friday, February, was it the 4th? February
Can you believe
4th.
it? Already. Summer's just around the corner.
Yep. Puxatawny Phil said 6 more weeks of winter.
Yep.
All right, let's kick it off. Hello, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
We are live.
We are live. I'm Jaime.
This is Sara.
We are with Bottleneck Distant Assistants. This show is a special edition of Live with Bottleneck called A Week in Review with Jaime and
Sara.
And last week, was it last week? The week before, we had a little bobble, and we forgot to tell you what the underlying theme of the conversation is. So I'm going to post this up there, and what's the theme for today?
It's an alliteration of sorts. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Say that 3 times fast
I
you can.
can't.
So we're talking about proper planning prevents piss poor performance. I had to say it really slow and think about it. So what we do is we like to kind of have an underlying tone of what we're talking about. And then we go into what happened here at Bottleneck this week, challenges, hurdles, how we overcame those, and then what's happening next week. And then we're going to give a couple shout outs to some friends or family or whomever it is that really inspired us this week and brought us along. So when we talk about proper planning prevents piss poor performance, what we're talking about is planning. It's pretty important. I mean, it's pretty obvious that if you don't make a plan, it's kind of hard to really do anything with confidence. What is that? What kind of planning? What do we do for planning? How do we do that?
With lots of meetings. Actually, not lots of meetings. We have, lately we've had quite a few meetings. It requires input from everyone involved. It requires an agenda for that meeting, and a call to action at the end of that meeting. Was that 3 things?
That was
Jaime always does 3 things. I'm learning.
Those 3 things. and the importance of what a lot of people don't do is they'll do those 3 things. They'll have a meeting, they'll have an agenda, they'll name some things that they're working on, and then they have their call to action. And we're guilty of this as well, but where we sometimes drop the ball is following up on those call to actions and making sure they're completed. And so I think it's really important to, make your call to actions, give you some ample time to do that. If you need to do something and it's going to take you a week, do it, but figure out what that timeline is, and then make sure you have some form of accountability in someone else or some kind of a reminder or something to say, hey, how did that call to action go? It's that due date. You can have somebody ask you a question in the next meeting. Hey, this is what I said I was going to do. This is what I did. This is where I fell short. And it's okay to fall short. It's definitely okay. It's just a good thing to keep those things on reminders. The other thing about planning too, you need to plan, meaning what are your priorities? So list down the pain points or list down the projects or the tasks that you need to get done, and then prioritize those so that you take care of the most important first. And if you maybe don't get to the end, the 5th and 6th and 7th task there, you've completed the ones that were most important. And for me, I like tackling the hard thing first and then the easier things later on. And that's just me, because the harder things usually mean more deep thinking and more thought process, and you really need to schedule time about that. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
So we've been planning a lot, which kind of leads us into our first segment on what happened this week.
I'm yawning.
And while that lovely graphic was playing, Sarah picked me to go first. So I'm going to go first this week. So what happened this week? This was a crazy week. And I was like, man, that's a lot of meetings. I counted them, 40 meetings. And it's because we have so much stuff going on. Some of them were with the same people. So I met, a couple times with the same people, again, planning and call to actions and follow-ups and things like that. So it was really important for us to stay on this track. We promoted Raina, our used to be my personal assistant, is now director of operations. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
And I laid the groundwork for another promotion within our organization. Jovelyn, thank you so much. She is our success manager, and we're in the process of promoting her to systems administrator. And that can mean a lot of things, but basically what she's going to be doing is she is going to be still doing the success management role, where we bring on clients and she kind of guides them through the process and takes them on through the 90-day onboarding process. But in addition, she's taken on a little bit more responsibility in setting up our systems here and bringing them in to 2022. So that's going to be pretty exciting. She's excited about the additional challenges. Yeah, we're kind of stoked about that. We are really stoked because we solidified the relationship with our amazing marketing team, Muller Creative, with Andrew Muller and Fiona Qualls and Jonathan Peck, unbelievable people. And we are going to be building out a new CMS called Go High Level. We're kind of really excited about building that out and making the transition from HubSpot to Go High Level. So yeah, pretty big chore task to take on, but we're definitely up for the challenge. So that's really cool. And then we met with some clients this week and went good, and had a lot of good conversations, overcame some challenges, and still dealing with a couple of those challenges, but we're just trying to improve our process. And we're trying, I'm not going to say we're trying anymore. We are going to be really specific about who our clients are going to be. And we're going to really try to focus in 3 roles. And we solidified all of this past week. We're going to be offering personal assistants, project coordinators, and customer service representatives. Those are the 3 distant assistant verticals that we're going to be pursuing at a pretty heavy rate. We're also looking at creating a Bottleneck Academy with a talent pool of a minimum of 60 distant assistants that have been sourced, vetted, qualified, and certified as distant assistants, so that we can reduce the onboarding time to not only identify it, but so that if we have a client that's interested in hiring somebody and they want to hire somebody right away, we can make that placement within 7 days. So you contact us on Monday, the following Monday, we'll be able to, we can't quite do this yet, but we're working towards it to where we can place them and actually start working for you in a week or less. So that's a tall order, but that's what we're working on right now. So yeah, a lot of proper planning.
Yeah, a lot.
How about you?
Same. I've been involved in many more meetings with his meetings, as many as I can be involved with and still get my items taken care of. We've got a security program, and there's some challenges with.
Tell us what you named the security program.
The security program. Okay, so.
What did you name it?
BOSS, Bottleneck Online Security Services.
Sweet.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a challenge. So we provide a PC, a dedicated PC to the DA, and then the client is provided a Nook, and that is a dedicated PC only for that client. Other family members can't use it. It's not used for personal information, only work. And it's a security, and it can monitor everything that goes in and out, the communication between the client and that PC. So challenges. I was up at 2:30 in the morning trying to organize the purchase of a PC for a DA that's in South Africa. And we worked through it. It took a couple of hours, but we found a solution. It's difficult buying things. If you don't have a company set up in that certain countries, you can't have a credit card or make purchases with a US based credit card. So it becomes challenging. So we work closely with our DAs, which is wonderful because, the trust that we have with the DAs after the vetting process they've gone through, it's amazing. So I'm able to give that money to the DA. They purchase it and pick up their PC and off they go.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So talking about planning, and by the don't forget to remind me about advisory board. I'll talk about that. But there's when we're setting up this computer program, now logistics come in, because now we're actually sending physical devices to two locations, one to the client location, one to the DA location. Now, once that happens, we needed to plan this out with our IT partner. And basically what they'll do is the client will receive this Nook device. And then what they'll do is they'll patch it into their router. So that way, all internal, external communications that are going from our DA's location to our client's location can be tracked. So any vulnerabilities, breaches, mishaps, anything like that can be zeroed in on right away. And then what'll happen is our IT person will remote into both locations. And at both locations, they'll set up the malware and the security softwares and all the kinds of stuff that they need to do. And then we monitor that monthly, 24/7. We have a monitoring service on there. Because if you think about it, if you're running a business, you've hired on a remote person, and all of a sudden there's a breach. Who's the first person you're going to go, hey, what's going on? The remote people. And so we did this for two reasons. Number one, to give the confidence to our clients that we're providing a secure access point. And for us, it helps us really, really hone in on where that breach actually occurred. So if there's a vulnerability that we've identified that is on our end, we know that. If it's not on our end, we know that. So it's really, really good. And I just think it's especially in today's time and age, with the world getting smaller because of all this technology, enhanced security is, an absolute must in my opinion. And we got hacked 2 months ago or something like that, and
then we got hacked again.
We got it all fixed. We didn't lose any data or anything like that. We just had to update some security and protocols and things like that. Again, proper planning needed to go into effect. But so when we launching this program, we really had to plan it out, because your logistics, you're talking with multiple people, there's multiple parties involved. And so Rachel, our HR director, is almost wrapping up the Bottleneck computer program. And basically what that is we're documenting all of the steps, every single step of the way, so that as we can document this, so that the next time we do it, it'll be a lot easier, and we'll tweak it a little bit more. And the more we do it, the better and tighter that process will be. But it's just it's a little scary launching a new program, but I felt that I think we did a great job.
Yeah. It's a learning experience, and it would just we'll do is get smoother. We're just feeling our way through it right now. What can we do until we have an office in the Philippines? So that's what we're doing.
Which we're working on right now.
Yeah.
And the next thing I wanted to say that I didn't want to pass this up is we launched an advisory board this week, and wow, that was incredible. It was really neat because the people that we've aligned ourselves with in this advisory board. Now, this is not a board of directors. This is an advisory board, but they're there to ask questions and challenge us on our decision-making processes. And even the first meeting that we had, I learned some stuff like, how are we going to qualify candidates? Sometimes you qualify clients. I'm sorry. So qualify the candidates. I know how we're doing that, but I never really thought about this as far as the clients are concerned. So we need to think about that a little bit, because how do you know if you're getting a good client? How do you know if they're going to pay? How do you know if, we're going to perform our duties to the best of our abilities? It's only fair that we partner with somebody, and I mean partner as in partner with a client, so that we're both doing the best that we can. And if we're providing an excellent service and they're happy, we're expecting to be, paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of that partnership that we want to work on. So how do we qualify clients that we really, really want to work with?
What do we call it? Because they called it like a DMB, a Dun & Bradstreet rating.
Yeah.
You could call it the
Bottleneck Client Rating, BCR. Yeah. I don't know. It's something to kind of think about, but little things like that's what the advisory board is so cool, because, we're right here. We've got, here. And so for somebody to come in that has all this, these people, holy cow, they have amazing resumes. They're super smart.
And fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fun. It was very entertaining. We got to joke a little. And so the first advisory board meeting, it was kind of an introductory meeting to see if everybody kind of jived with each other, and personalities kind of got together. And I know it's going to take a while for people to get to know each other, because a lot of people didn't know each other there, but it seemed like everybody was just,
oh yeah, everybody got along, had fun.
Yeah.
And looking forward to the next one in a month.
Yeah, once a month.
Yep.
So yeah, that was kind of fun. Anything else?
Well, we planned, we're going to be working. Well, then we'll do that on next week. I was just planning. Been planning for what's happening next week.
There we go. All right. Well, I guess we can jump to next week.
We can.
Oh man, this is going good. It's going too good.
I just want to hear it. I love that music.
I love it. It's so cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's happening next week?
Next week. So Jaime and I have been planning, and I just finalized all our reservations. We are traveling to visit some clients. And so super excited about that. Going to meet Mike and going to meet Mitchell. And it's a little workcation. Yeah, but it'll be fun. At least it'll be warmer than it is here.
Yeah, it was 4 degrees this morning. It's going to be 4 degrees at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, and for Springfield, Missouri, that's
crazy.
Yeah,
like it snowed a couple days ago, and it hasn't melted at all.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy for us.
It's 80 degrees in Florida right now.
Yeah.
75, 80, something like that. So, so that's going to be exciting. And so talking about proper planning, we didn't just tell everybody, hey, we're leaving on Monday. Like, this has been planned for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So leading up to this, we're able to leave with confidence, knowing that everything's going to be taken care of. Raina's stepping in to kind of take control of everything. And it's pretty exciting. Next week, we actually start the design of our new website, which is pretty exciting. We don't have a date for you yet, but there's some really cool things that are happening with the new website with regards to technology and stuff. And we're bringing on an amazing consultant that's going to be helping us kind of design. He's going to be the architect, and he's going to be personally working with our design team to make this thing beautiful. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, we're really excited about that. And then we're solidifying a partnership for a new country that we can source talent from. And that should be done next week as well. So yeah, we're kind of moving along.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's really exciting. And we're discovering, what's really cool is we are discovering with these new partnerships that we're making, that, the relationship started with, okay, we're going to help with kind of sourcing DAs. And then as you get deeper into the conversation, there's actually more that we can do for each other. We've discovered someone who's going to create this amazing software for us. And that is super exciting.
Insane.
Yeah. And I'll do that in the shout out.
Oh, we got a big shout out. So yeah, next week we will be kind of in a different location every day. So we don't know exactly times and everything like that, but we're just really pumped to explore some opportunities next week and check in and have some fun. We'll still maintain a couple meetings here, and I will be doing live with Bottleneck. Maybe on the ocean, I don't know, but we will do that next Wednesday at 2 p.m. And then Friday morning, we'll come live to you from somewhere
that's warmer than here.
Yeah, so that's about it there. Let me see. Are we ready for shout outs?
Yep.
This is moving right along. We are so goofy.
So yeah, I love those pictures. So for shout outs, I'll give mine. Mine is for the internal team. And again, Jamie's going to say his shout outs, and I'm there. Same thing. I could give shout outs to so many people, but I really want to give a huge shout out. I was blown away with Ezekiel X. He is, how old's X?
19.
So I had a want that I really wanted for our checkout for our WooCommerce platform, which is like using Stripe in it. So payments by clients. And I wanted to make things super easy and make the user experience wonderful. And he said, I talked to him this morning and he figured out a way to do it. And he said, well, I was thinking, and he showed me, I just did the same thing I did here. And he showed me a picture of Jaime and Dr. Lorino and tapped on it with his mouse. He was sharing his screen. He said, see, I did the same thing. I'm like, wait, what does pictures have to, but he used the same, I don't know, whatever, coding, whatever he did and made it work. And I'm just like, okay. But for him to, he said he had an aha moment and he's like, oh, I got a solution. We didn't know what we were going to do. And now, so thank you so much, X. That was wonderful.
That's awesome. Yeah. Pretty amazing team. I want to give a shout out this week to the advisory board members. Thank you so much for just being there for us. It's a commitment, I know, for 6 months, so once a month for an hour. And I understand there's going to be other prep, so it might be more than an hour. But I just really appreciate you all taking the time to share your wisdom with us and help Bottleneck become even more of a different company. So we're pretty excited about that. And then I also have a special shout out to the team for kind of rallying around right now and really taking us to that next level. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. And then I guess I'll save my shout out for previously on, but I'll cover that in just a moment. But yeah, so special shout out to them. And then of course, Andrew Mueller, Fiona Qualls, Jonathan Peck, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You guys are freaking amazing. And last shout out, Sam El Sayed, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Looking forward to working with you and seeing the brilliance that is Sam.
Yeah, I'm what's nice is that I'm seeing. So of course you get into business to earn a living and you want to earn a comfortable living, but we also are into it because we want to help others. And it starts with our DAs. They're family to us. And but so we are able to help others, and we're already going to help Dynamic Strides Therapy by what Bottleneck can offer. And it's just really cool that we can do things for nonprofits and our our little community around us in Springfield, Missouri, and try to make life better for other people, not just us. So it's
Absolutely.
really cool. My heart is very, very full this week.
Yeah. So this has been a unique week in that it was fairly typical for me, not 40 meetings. I used to don't have that many meetings. And people are wondering, what are your 5-minute meetings? No, these are like half hour, some are hours. It's a lot of meetings, but it's because we have so much going on. And don't get me wrong, this is what I love doing. Like I love it. Now it's not the same meetings with the same people every time. That would be too much. But it's not busy work. It's very productive work. Things are coming out of this, and action items are being identified and being followed through, and it just gives me a lot of energy. And what I saw this week too was Sara. I would go out and say, "Hey, you want to join in on this meeting?" And she's like, "I've got a meeting." She was pretty dang busy this week, and that wasn't always the case. She was handling, payroll and stuff like that. But as we're getting into this more and more, she's really starting to come into her own, in my opinion, and just doing a freaking killer job. And because I'm not able to be in multiple places at one time, Sarah's been there to kind of take up some of that slack and take maybe a client meeting or something along the lines that's kind of outside of what her comfort level is and her norms. So
very outside my comfort level this week.
So I want to say I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's amazing, and it's pretty cool because other people on the team are doing the same thing. So if they see that someone else needs help, even though that's not their responsibility, everybody is doing that, and we're kind of all supporting one another. And it's just like, that's not my job. Nobody says that. Nobody says that here, and we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
Last thing is that we might be doing too is we interviewed a person to do social media.
Mm-hmm. And I have an assistant starting.
Oh, we forgot. Yes. You're gonna have a bookkeeper that's gonna save you. So, oh my gosh, things are going great.
Yep. Going really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
So we're excited about the future, and a lot of fun stuff. And it's busy, it's time consuming, but it's very rewarding. So yeah, we're just feeling blessed. I guess that's about it. What do you think?
Yeah.
You want to take us home?
Yeah. Let's go.
All righty.
Should I say, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Hey, learn how you can break through the bottleneck in your business today. Visit us at Bottleneck.Online /BTV, where you can find past episodes of A Week in Review, Live with Bottleneck, all sorts of fun information in there for you to look at. And quit repeating yourself. Did you know that Jaime has applied for a National Quit Repeating Yourself Day? It's pretty awesome, huh? Anyway, great book. I'm getting rave reviews and feedback from people that are reading it. A quick read, packed full of information to help you on your journey so you can focus on doing the right things and stop doing the things that you don't want to focus on.
And I'll take this one. Previously on Live with Bottleneck, that was just this past Wednesday, I talked with David Chrysler. He's a consultant of the Chrysler Clubs. You can go to Chrysler.club to learn more about him. If you like what it is that we're doing here at Bottleneck, you're going to absolutely love David Chrysler. The guy is the man when it comes to systems and processes and figuring out challenges and how to overcome those. It was an incredible conversation. I highly recommend you checking that out on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and check it out, subscribe. I'd really be appreciative of that. And you can see a lot of other shows that with unbelievable guests as well.
All right, coming soon to your earbuds. Does anybody use headphones anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
It's Iman Bradwell L. She's the founder of Dobby's Daughter, and they were going to be talking about business etiquette. Oh. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. That will be Wednesday, February 9th at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 2 p.m. Central.
3 p.m. Eastern?
Noon Pacific.
Yay! Good for you. It's 2 p.m. Central. If you can figure it out from there. But we will be on Eastern Standard Time, and we will figure out where we're coming. We don't know yet where we're coming live from, so should be interesting.
It's going to be exciting. Yep.
Yeah. So we talked about proper planning prevents piss poor performance today. And yeah, thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to us anytime. And you can visit us online at Bottleneck.Online. You can email us info@Bottleneck.Online if you want to get a hold of me, or if you want to get a hold of Sara, it's Sara with no H at Bottleneck.Online. You can check us out on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. If you go here to Bottleneck.Online/TV, that redirects to our YouTube channel where you could subscribe and learn more about us there. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, and here's my book, Quit Repeating Yourself. You can go to quitrepeatingyourself.com to learn more. And we just launched our partner program. So if you would like to refer people to us and get paid for doing so, go to Bottleneck.Online/partnership-program.
And coming soon if the social media manager comes on, TikTok.
Oh,
I'm so excited about that. Like I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, that oh man, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about some of the planning we're doing for like commercials and the marketing we're doing. It's so exciting.
We got some stuff planned. It's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be fun.
Just don't want to overwhelm you with all this unbelievable fun stuff. How do you have fun working?
We do have fun. It's hard.
Yep.
It's hard.
It is hard.
But it's fun. It's very rewarding.
We're up for the challenge.
Yep. So let's go play hockey.
We're going to go play hockey.
And one of our advisory board members will be there with us.
Yes. It's going to be so awesome. All right. Well, don't forget, create your own ripple. My name is Jamie.
I'm Sara. Until next time.
Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon.